大家好，我们是 Purr 和 Mike 老师。在今天这期里，我们跟大家讲15个怎么让你的英语讲得更加流利的这个技巧。像大家一样，我也非常希望我的英语能够像 Mike 老师一样的，听起来像这个本地的英语、地道的英语所以下面这些个技巧，你听了之后都会对你非常有帮助的。另外呢，如果你看一下我们的频道，觉得我们频道对你有价值的话，在 YouTube 下面的描述栏里有一个可以资助我们的链接，就是通过那个微信支付。如果你是从别的地方看到呢，可以去我们的网站 westlifecc.com 上面，首页上有个二维码。这样的话，你们帮助我们这个越多呢，那么我们就能够使这个频道更加健康的生存下去，发展下去。如果你还没有订阅我们的视频觉得我们视频有价值，也不要忘了订阅旁边有个小铃铛，点一下，出来之后你就不会错过了。So, Teacher Mike, we're going to talk about the techniques to help people today?
Yeah, that's right. Today we're going to talk about 15 tips on how to speak English more fluently.
So, what's the number one secret?
So the number one secret is to be realistic about your English learning goals.
第一条就是对你自己的目标要设定一个实际的目标，不要做不切合实际的目标。
You know, we're all eager. We want to learn something and we think, you know what, tomorrow I'll be fluent or whatnot. I mean, the reality of it is that Rome was not built in a day and it takes time and practice.
对，他说的这个罗马不是一日建成的，要给自己确定一个实际的这个目标。Yeah, we're all eager, like me too. Yeah, I wanted to be able to speak as fluently as you tomorrow.
Yeah. So the second tip is don't rush your speech.
第二个，不要着急讲得太快，注意你的语速。
You know, when I was younger, my dad used to always tell me, Michael, think before you speak. And he was so right. You have to think before you speak and think of the words you're going to use.
Think of the pronunciations.
Think of the pronunciation.
Yeah, grammar.
Take your time. Don't rush your speech.
Yeah. 这个我本身有这个经历I remember I was just so eager to want to be like you, and I talked to a friend and she told me, just slow down. She said, your English is great. So then when I slow down, I find I have more time to think about the grammar, the pronunciation, how to organize a sentence.
So true.
Yeah.
So the next tip we're going to talk about is to let English be all around you. You know?
给自己创造一个英语的语言环境。
So we want to have the radio on in English, the TV on in English. We want to have as much English surrounding us as possible. If you could have English posters on your wall, really just surround yourself with English.
Yes, this is so important for our people because let's say in Canada, in major cities all over the world, there are so many Chinese. So if you go to a bank, normally you can find somebody who speaks Mandarin or Chinese to help you. But go to the person who speaks English.
The next tip I want to share with you is to change your phone and computer into English.
把你的手机和电脑的设置全部改成英文的。
You know, we use our phones all day. We're on them, and same with the computer. You know, we use it quite often. So if you set the language to English, you're going to become a lot more familiar with the English commands and the English language.
Yeah, like delete, copy, paste. 对了，你看我们中文手机上那些什么复制这个粘接如果你都改成英文之后，你全部都会自然而然把这些英文单词全都记住了。
So the next tip is to be ready for specific situations.
就是说，如果你要去一个特殊的场合，比如说要去看医生或者去一个 party 你提前把这些英语单词准备一下。
So if we're going to go see the doctor, we're going to want to know the words we're going to use. If we're going to go to a specific place, we're going to want to, perhaps do some research and learn those words ahead of time. You have lots of great videos that outline very specific situations, so feel free to use those videos. But yeah, you want to familiarize yourself with the words you might need to use in those situations before you head into them.
Yeah, exactly. We have, in our channel, please check out, we have English for shopping, for seeing doctors, for going to Subway, to going Starbucks, parties. So check out our videos.
So the next tip is learn some short responses.
就是说学一些在生活中非常常用的那些非常短的那些个应答的句子，在实际中会帮助你，让你更加放松的。For example,
yeah, you could things like, oh yeah, gotcha, or okay, see ya, and oh, understood, and perhaps things like come again. Just little short responses so that you can answer quickly.
Oh, we did a video on that too. The most practical everyday English.
That's right.
Yeah. 就是说学一些生活中最基本的英语，这些个起码在你和别人交流的时候，这些个让别人会感觉到很融洽哈，一下子就会比较流畅，会帮助你接着往下再谈。我们有一个这样的视频也非常好，就是日常最实用的一些英语的词汇和短语。
So the next one is one of my favorites. Watch children's cartoons.
Oh, I like it very much myself. 就是看小孩的卡通片，非常有意思啊，因为它很有趣，而且它的用句很简单。
When I was young, my mother needed to learn French, and I was probably about 5 years old, and she used to watch Sesame Street with me.
Wow, I think it's a very good idea. So parents, you can watch children's cartoon with your children. If you don't have young children, just watch it by yourself. It's so fun.
There's lots of great children's stuff to watch that'll really help you learn English.
Yes.
So the next piece of advice I have is to learn from your favorite personality.
下一个就是你去找一个就是你最喜欢的这么一个，不管是影星啊还是政治人物啊，就是你最崇拜的一个人，你学他的英文，这时候你就会非常有兴趣啊，非常有热情去学。Wow, that's a very smart tip. Yeah, sometimes we follow the person we have this crush on, like big film star, and then we really couldn't stop us mimicking that person's English.
So the next one is very easy, and that is to watch music videos online.
Wow, I think music is a universal language. 下一个就是你在网上啊去听英语歌，看那些个英语歌的视频，因为它英语歌的歌词都是很简短的。And also people can learn music and the Western music, different styles as well, right?
And there'll be lots of cultural references in there too.
Cultural
so you'll learn
references,
some slang, you'll learn some cultural references. Yeah.
Yeah, there any basic music genre or songs you can suggest to basic beginner?
Really, whatever you like, because if you don't like it, you're not going to learn from it. You're not even going to want to listen to it. So yeah, pick something that's pleasing to your ears, something you like.
Yeah, 非常好的一个他给的一个建议就是你从你最喜欢听的歌开始。我问他有什么基础的歌，你给我们推荐一下，他就说从你最喜欢的开始。
So the next piece of advice I'm going to share is learn to listen better.
How do you mean by listening better?
What? I mean, just pay attention to the words that people are using. I think you were telling me a story about how you went to the bank.
Yeah. 下一个呢，就是说你要学会怎么样把你这个听到的东西啊，从中学的更多。我给大家讲一个我的例子啊，就是我刚开始来加拿大的时候，不会说存钱和取钱去银行里，然后我就跟那个柜台的工作人员学到的。你听听我是怎么学的。So when I first came to Canada, I went to a bank. I didn't know how to put the money in my bank account, the professional word. So let's say I have $100. So I told the teller, could you please put $100 in my bank account? And then he repeated my sentence. He said, oh, you want to deposit $100.
And then you learned the word.
I learned to deposit.
Yeah. So listen.
Yeah. The next time I went there, I wanted to take money out. 然后我第二次去，我想去取钱的时候，我也不会说，你听我是怎么学到这个专业的词儿的啊。Then I said I want to take the money out, $100 out of my account. Then he said, "Oh, you wanted to withdraw."
See, and that's how you learn, just listening, and people will say the right word, and then you will learn that way. You'll learn the correct way to say it.
Yeah. Yes, normally when we don't say English in a proper way, they will repeat in a proper way to make sure they get what we want.
It's like free lessons.
Yeah.
So the next piece of advice is to try and learn from everyone.
下一个就是你学英语的时候，不要拘结于某一个人，要和所有的人你接触到的讲英语的人，和他们都去学。Yeah, because everybody has his or her own way of using this language. So, yeah, in that way, I think I can learn the variety of English, and so then I can put things together. It's more efficient. It's more fun too.
Yeah. The next piece of advice would be to have a lot of small talk.
下面一个是要多练习一个和一些和不熟的人之间那些个很休闲式的这个聊天，因为我们中文里面做这种的很少。比如说，但是你在西方国家，你会看到很多人，比如说在电梯里面，在等公共汽车的时候，或者是你刚到去看牙的时候，和那个接待你的人刚开始不熟的时候，大家都喜欢就是聊一些不是很严肃的话题，比如说天气啊，比如说最近发生的一些什么事情啊，这个都有助于我们这个融入这个文化，因为你就明白他和人和人之间的他们这种很小的、不是很严肃的、很休闲的这种交流的方式。I think I talk too much because in our culture we don't have much small talks. But here I find people are more like a more casual, less serious.
I'm not sure what it's like in China, but here I bump into people in the elevator all the time, and small talk is king in the elevator. Oh, how about that weather? Oh, enjoy your long weekend. Got any plans for your long weekend? Just, small talk about, usually the weather. I think the weather is probably the number one topic for small talk, but it can cover other topics too. The next one is pretty challenging. Try thinking in English.
下面一个对我们比较有挑战啊，就是要练习用英文的思维来思考。That's pretty much the reason why we Chinese all talk Chinese English, right? Maybe when you hear us, it's kind of like not that native. It's kind of weird sometimes because we think in Chinese and then we translate it into English before talking to you.
Yeah, when I was young, I learned French. And I didn't really feel that I knew French until I started thinking in French. So I know it can be hard, but once you get there, you really, your language skills go up a level. Next up is really an important one, and that is to not be afraid of making mistakes, because we're going to learn from our mistakes.
下面一个很重要，不要害怕犯错误，要从你犯的错误中学到东西。I think this is number one obstacle stop us from learning English, especially for oral English.
Yeah, you really need to put yourself out there and not worry about it. Just like you were saying earlier, Percy, you go to the bank and perhaps you make a mistake and they'll politely correct you. They'll usually help you out. So you're going to learn from those mistakes.
I think practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the first piece of advice, to be realistic about your goals. And once again, Rome was not built in a day. So, back to this piece of advice is to make mistakes and learn from them. Don't be worried about it.
Yeah. And I have a suggestion for people from my own experience too, is to ask people genuinely to correct our English. 我很好的一个建议就是，你跟这个讲英语母语的人聊天的时候，你一定要很真诚的请他纠正你的错误。如果你不这样做的话，有的人不好意思纠正你，他怕伤害你的这个感情啊，他怕你会觉得他比你高人一等啊。这个人上来就纠正你的错误，很多人还是觉得很难接受的。
So the last piece of advice we have for you today is make learning English fun.
Yeah, 最重要的就是你要把学英语变得更加有趣，这样你才会坚持下去。
There's so many different ways, you know. You could go to fun events. You could, you could go watch a comedy show in English.
Yes.
That's fun too. I mean, just have fun with it.
Like listening to songs, right? As though even you don't quite understand the lyrics, it's still, even the rhythms, the music is very entertaining. And also, as you said, go to events. That's one of the best ways of learning the culture here.
For sure. Maybe even take a course, like a dance course, like how to ballroom dance or something, whatever you like, but do it in English, and you'll learn English while you're doing something else.
Cool. That's such an great advice. 他说你去，比如说你对跳舞感兴趣，你对做饭感兴趣，还是你对跆拳道感兴趣，不管你对什么感兴趣，你去注册一个课程，一定要用英语教的课程。那么学那些的人也都是讲英语的，老师也是英语，就是一个英语环境，这是一个非常有趣的事情。
So I hope today's tips help you in learning English on your journey to becoming a fluent English speaker.
Like you one day.
Absolutely, for sure.
大家按上面那些条去做，终有一天我们都可以讲得像麦克老师一样的地道。如果你觉得我们的频道给你带来了价值的话，想资助我们的话，在这个 YouTube 的描述栏里面有一个可以用微信给我们付款的这个链接，或者是你可以到我们的网站 westlifecc.com 上面去，上面有更多的信息，首页上也有一个二维码可以资助我们，这样我们就能够有更多的这个资源来做更好的视频给大家看。没有订阅的记住要订阅，觉得我们的有价值跟你的朋友分享，给我们点赞，咱们下次见。